Were Daniel Lugo's actions cruel or comical? In the mid-1990s, the Sun Gym wasn't just a place to pump iron. It was ground zero for a group of characters caught up in a whirlwind of crime and chaos. At the center of it all was Daniel Lugo, the gym's manager and a man with big dreams and a taste for the finer things in life. But Daniel wasn't content with just running a gym. He wanted the world, and he was willing to do whatever it took to get it. He gathered a motley crew of gym rats and hangers-on, forming what would later be known as the Sun Gym Gang. With Noel Doorbal, Carl Weeks, and Stephenson Pierre by his side, Daniel cooked up a plan to kidnap and extort a man named Marc Schiller, a business associate of one of the gym's regulars. Despite their muscle and insider knowledge, the gang's first attempts at nabbing Schiller were downright comical. They lurked in his yard dressed as ninjas, only to be scared off by passing cars. What followed was a nightmare for Schiller, as the gang tortured and terrorized him for weeks, forcing him to sign over his assets under threat of violence against his family. They even tried to stage his death in a car crash, but Schiller miraculously survived. But the gang wasn't done yet. Their sights soon turned to Frank Griga, a millionaire entrepreneur, and his girlfriend Christina Furton. What started as a scheme to extort them ended in tragedy when Griga was accidentally killed during a struggle, and Furton overdosed on drugs administered by Daniel himself. With 2 more bodies on their hands, the gang went to gruesome lengths to cover their tracks, dismembering the victims and dumping their remains in the Florida marshes. But their crimes didn't go unnoticed for long, and soon the law was hot on their trail. Daniel was eventually captured in the Bahamas and brought back to face justice along with several other members of the gang. Their trial was one of the longest and most expensive in Miami's history, but in the end, they were all sentenced to prison, or, in Daniel's case, to death.